So what's rotation? Rotation is a pose of circumduction. So when we take the arm and we move it, this is a circumduction. Like if you think about ice cream cone, it starts in one point and the opening is bigger. Okay? So if I move my leg like this, I'm doing circumduction. But if I'm moving around an axis, I'm rotating. So in the spine, all the way from the beginning of the spine at the bottom, all the way to the end, the attachment of the head, we can rotate the vertebrae. So we can turn the head from side to side, but we can also rotate the spine. And with the years, we kind of move less and less and less, and we move the spine less and less and less. But moving the spine is important because inside the vertebrae we have the spinal cord that we need to kind of pump. And the movement of rotating, of moving the spine helps that pump up. So walking just with the leg or moving the arms like this without rotating is not as beneficial as if you are moving the spine. So today we're going to look at the rotation of the spine. We're going to start the rotation all the way from the base. So come all the way to the end of the chair, what we call the perching. And we're going to start by moving the leg into the hip and out. And then the other leg into the hip and out. And then the first leg into the hip. And we've done it in other classes because it's very basic and super important in my eyes. And right now, you're thinking about it as an exercise. I have to move my femur, this bone, all the way in. And as you are getting the feel of what it takes, start seeing it maybe as a really well-oiled machine that kind of glides in without effort and glides out. You know how you could, in Hebrew it's buchna, piston, you know, when it's nice and oily. Yeah. So today, which is very unusual, we're going from side to side. One leg and then the other leg. Because I'm not working, we're not trying to learn about the opening the hip, and we're not doing anything in comparison between side to side, but more of like focusing right now on the sacrum, on that flat bone in here. And as you're gliding the leg in and out, and then the other side in and out, do you feel the same response? And you can even put the hand on the bone and feel if there is the same type of movement when you do one leg and when you do the other leg. And if it's not, maybe it's the position of the feet. And if you moved your feet somehow, you can get a little bit more even in the way that your ilium in the back and the sacrums are moving, those bones of the hip. You can even put two hands on your kind of buttocks and feel. And if you feel tension in the muscle of your buttocks, then you're doing too much, then you're not gliding. And rest for a minute. And go ahead and allow the tailbone to kind of curve underneath you. You know how when you yell at a dog and they curve the tail under? And then release it. So this is without rotation. This is just taking the tail and the sacrum and just kind of cupping it under. It's like you're going to go like this. That's what we do all the time. And now we're going to do the same movement that we did, but we're not going to do it one at a time. When this one starts coming out, this one starts going in. So it's smoothly in and out. And you can look at your knee and see what kind of line the tip of your knee is drawing. Is it a straight line? Is it zigzaggy? Does it go a little bit in? Does it go out? And now continue. When you take your right leg forward, take your right arm forward. And when you take your left leg forward, take your left arm forward. And to do that, you need to glide your hip a little bit further back, right? If you really want to bring this arm forward, this side will have to go backward the same amount. And what do you do with your head? Does it go over that shoulder that goes forward, or does it go with the side that goes back? And try both and see which one works for you better. To look backwards or to look like a Spanish dancer over. Ah,
Spanish dancer, yeah.
See, there's some options here.
As long as I don't have to dance.
But try both. And talk to yourself and decide which one your nervous system feels more at home about with. And rest. So did you go against? Over the long arm or towards the back? Towards the back. Did you go back?
I did both, but I like the one over my back better. It stretched further.
That's interesting. And for me, it's there. Going over is more comfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing, but the leg that goes forward, the opposite arm will go long. So drop your arms. So the left leg goes forward and the right arm goes forward. And now the right leg will go forward and the left arm will go forward. There's nobody to copy from.
Wait a minute. The right leg goes forward.
Just relax. Just relax. Remember we went forward and back?
Yeah.
Okay. So allow the right leg to go forward, the right leg to go forward,
Okay.
and the left arm to go forward.
Okay.
So think opposite.
Okay, got it.
And then you change and you go opposite.
Okay.
And then you change and you go opposite. And you change. And as you're doing it, start relaxing for being successful. Drop your heel. Don't be successful. And pay attention to the transition. You don't have to get anywhere, just the transition. And start feeling when is that twist in the back happening. The arm they don't have to go high. I want to see that ta-ta happening in your spine. Where do you feel it? And rest. Okay, rest. I see too much of this. I know now. I know what she wants. I don't want anything. I want you to learn something. And if you're just doing the movement, you're not going to learn anything. Okay? Something happens in this area, around the second vertebra of the lumbar, the waist area. Something needs to happen for the arm to be opposite the leg. And that's where I want you to find. So I don't want you to succeed and get into the shape. I want you to find that transition, even if it's this small, and the transition. Because then you're going to start getting the opposition inside, deep, deep inside, which is what you want. That's right. Find it. Don't think it. Find it in your body. There's no test. Relax your arm. Both arms, relax them. Think about your spine making that movement, not the arms and the legs. There. And now it's your left leg that moves a little bit and your right arm. Smaller in the arm, Ginny. Just the spine.
Okay.
Just the spine. So your arms shouldn't really get beyond your knee. It's the movement in the spine. We're doing only rotation today. Doesn't it feel good? You got it.
It does.
There, Ginny, you're getting it now.
Yeah.
I can feel it. I can see it. You can probably feel it.
I feel it here.
Exactly. Less arm. Less arms. Less arms. Less arms. No arms. Okay, let go. And close your eyes and see those 5 vertebrae in the lumbar, in the way you put your belt. See those 5 vertebrae rotating from right to left in your mind's eye. And they are the engine that will move your hip and your legs and your arms. And just keep on feeling that rotation without doing legs, without doing arms. And let go. Good. There. Yes, you had it.
I did.
You had it and you're going into your head instead of enjoying it. That's okay, we'll come back to it. Don't worry about it. You're trying to figure it out instead of feeling it. It's body wisdom, it's not smartness.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Let's take our right arm up and rest the other one and take the arm as far back as it's comfortable. And kind of notice how far you went, make a note on the wall with something that's there, and then come back. Do you all know how far you went?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look at it. Make you know how far you went, and then you come back, and let's go. Take your arm again,
The same arm?
the same arm. Now we're gonna work only with the right arm. And go again. And come back. And again. And kind of collect data. What do you feel? What's your shoulder saying? What your elbow is saying? And come back and lower your arm. And now close your eyes and do the same movement in your mind's eye only. So you see yourself lifting the arm, you see yourself moving the arm back, finding that spot, coming back, lowering the arm. And do it several times in your mind's eye. See the arm moving backwards, the sensation that you felt, and coming back. Back and forth. And then open your eyes when you come back. And lift your right arm. And go back. And return. Did you go any further?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Yeah? No?
I don't think
Did you
so.
go any further?
No.
Maybe I did. and I don't-
I asked you to watch, to see where you were. Don't move your legs, don't move anything. Lift your right arm again. And now take your arm back, but take your head in the opposite direction. And come back. And we'll do it one more time. The arm will go back and the head will go in the opposite direction. And come back. And lower the arm. And allow your eyes to shut and sit in your mind's eye. Lifting the arm, moving the arm back, moving the head in the opposite direction. Feel it in your neck, feel it in your back, feel it in your arm muscles. And then return and rest your arm down. And then again, in your mind's eye only, lift your arm, turn the head in one way and the arm in the opposite way. And come back. And a third time, lift your arm and move your arm back and your head in the opposite direction. And when you're ready, come back and continue in your own tempo a few more times. And follow with your mind's eye the movement. Keep the sensation alive. Be aware of what's going on internally, externally. And the next time when you come back, open your eyes. And lift your right arm. Again, don't move your legs and just go back and check to see how far you can go now and come back. And note if there's any improvement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's do one more thing. We're going to keep the eyes open now. The head will go in the opposite direction than the arm, but the eyes will stay you forward.
Say that again.
Take your right arm up.
Okay.
The head moves to the left, the arm moves to the right, but the eyes are staying forward. So you're looking from the corner of your right eye. And then you bring everything together. And you rest. Let's do it again. Lift the right arm. The head moves away, but the eyes stay forward. And then you come back forward. And now we're going to close the eyes. We're going to shut them. And in our mind's eye, we're going to lift the arm. We're going to move the head one way, the arm the other way, and the eyes will stay focused, which means you're bringing them to the corner of your right eye. And you're doing it again and again and again in your own tempo. And the next time you come back forward, open your eyes and lift your right arm and take it all the way back. And come back. Isn't it amazing? How much further did you go from the first time to this time?
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Mine is like this one, like from here to here.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
So,
all right,
I did further, but not
Uh-huh. not that much.
that big distance,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so now we have another side. So we're going to lift the left arm. We're going to take it all the way back. We're going to come back. Oh, and make sure that you know where you are, on which line, and then come back. And now we're going to do it in our mind's eye. Lifting the arm, turning the head and the arm all the way back, feeling the rotation, coming back, lowering the arm. Notice how you're breathing through the movement. Notice if you feel any muscle tension building up anywhere. Can you sense the rotation through the vertebrae? Or are there areas in your back that's not rotating, that's not moving? And the next time you come forward, open your eyes and lift your left arm and go back and see what happens. Come back. And now we're going to do with the head in one direction, the arm in the other direction. So let's do it for real one time. So the head goes to the right while the arm goes to the left. What do you feel in your shoulder? What do you feel in your neck? What do you feel in your hip? What are your legs doing? How do you breathe through the movement? And then we're going to do it with the eyes closed. So you see yourself lifting the arm. You see the separation between the head and the arm in opposite direction. And the way back. And the lowering of the arm. The more you're aware of what's going on as you're moving, the more you can see it, sense it, feel it, the more you open up communication and ability to use yourself in a better way. It's hard to talk and to move internally at the same time. Can you feel the muscles wanting to start moving as you are visualizing it? And let's do one more of those with the eyes shut. Head in one way and the arm in the opposite way.
It's hard to do it when you're not moving.
Yeah, the body wants to move, the muscle
Yeah.
gets contracted. But that's the beginning of the movement. So it's really important it's very helpful to know how it feels and what you're doing, how you recruit your muscle. And if you're recruiting too much muscles, it's like using all your mighty to lift up a piece of paper when it's not a suitcase. You know, it's that. So let's do it for real now. We're on the left, so lift your left arm and move back and see how far we can go now. And come back. And we're going to do the third one, which was keeping the eyes forward. So let's lift the left arm, move the head to the right, the arm to the left, but the eyes will stay focusing on the corner of the left eye, which would stay forward. And come forward. And we're going to do it in our mind's eye. So the eye muscles are moving in opposition to the head direction. They're moving in the same direction that the arm is moving. one more of those. Actually, another one. Let's do one more. And once you come back, open your eyes and take your left arm and take it all the way back. And come back. So which side is better, left or right?
The right, I went back further, this one went about the same.
Okay,
My right too.
right.
I've had surgery on my left arm, so.
And I'm not left-handed. I don't know.
Maybe you got the idea finally. All right, let's pretend we're driving a car. And we want to back and we have no mirror. So the elbow will go back. Or maybe not just the elbow. Wait. Let's start with the leg sliding in. So the hip is rotating a little bit. Now the elbow can go back. We can lean the elbow on the back of the chair. And we can maybe turn even more. And now we can go on the tippy toe maybe. Huh? On, move the legs. Maybe not. Then the left leg can go back into the floor. The right leg can go back into the floor. And now stay with the elbow on the chair and just bring your head to make sure that you're still, just the head forward. Just the head forward. And now we're going to back up a little bit further and we're going to move the elbow a little bit further on the back of the chair. And bring the head forward to make sure that the car is still forward. And we're going to move going backwards. And we're going to slide the elbow maybe even further on the back of the chair. And we're going to bring everything back forward and rest. That's using the rotation of your back all the way from the base to the top. So now we have to back up, looking backwards to the left. So hold on to your driving. We're going to start by sliding the leg into the hip, moving the hip back, moving the elbow back, and rotating until you find the back of the chair. Put the elbow on the back, look back, look forward, look back, slide the elbow a little bit further. We also use the legs if we wanted to turn even more. So we lifted the heels and we turned even further back. Then we lower the right heel. Then we lower the left heel, and then we turn the head forward. And then we turn the head once again back, and move the elbow even further back, and turn the head, and turn the whole thing forward. And rest.
That's how my dad taught me to drive, actually. To always look over your shoulder and don't depend on your mirrors.
Actually, I taught my father this lesson probably 30 or 40 years ago when he said, I can't turn my head anymore. And he used to drive stick shift.
Yeah, that's what I drove, stick shift. Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. Okay, let's do it again on both sides. So where are we starting from?
Left.
The hip.
The
We
hip.
slid the leg into the hip, so this already started the rotation from the base, right? So keep your arms forward. Keep your arms forward. And start the engine by, no, don't open the knee. Push the hip to turn. There you go. And now go all the way back. Get your elbow on the chair. Turn your head forward. You can lift this elbow a little bit so it's not the shoulder though, just the elbow if you can. Turn the head back. Slide the elbow even further on the chair. Turn the head forward. Turn the head back. Slide the elbow a little bit further if you have space there. Slide the head forward. And come back to the front. And rest. Now tomorrow you're going to feel your back. So you can take a bath tonight with Epsom salt or just enjoy the knowing that you have muscles. You're not hurt, you're just working muscle that you haven't worked in a long time. So let's do the other side. And where are we starting?
Here.
Ah, sliding the leg, going back, finding the chair, turning the head forward, turning the head back, sliding a little bit further, turning the head forward. Don't drop the elbow if you can. Don't let go of the wheelchair, the wheel, the whatever. And head back. See if you can go further. Head forward. And release. And rest. And tuck the tail under. And slide forward into 90 degrees. And tuck the tail under. Find the chair. And slide forward and up to 90. And tuck the tail under. Now, some of you are just going like this. Boom. Tuck the tail under. Like you cradle yourself. And then slide forward into 90. And one more time. Cradle. Bring the tail under. There you go. Those are the lower abdominals. And rest. And come forward. And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, that was really good. Now, when you're turning your neck and stuff, are you supposed to hear?
No.
Well, that's what I hear.